My name is Camille Therese Busan Andres. I am 21 years old. I am still technically a student from UPOU, UP Online University. Right now, I am currently working as a freelance artist and freelance marketing communication specialist for different companies and brands.
I'm Rafael Galang. I am currently a multimedia college student and I'm a freelance artist right now. I focus mainly on digital arts, on portraits.
Defining beauty in a person, it's very, I think the word is subjective because what could be beautiful for you could be a different meaning to another person.
To me, beauty is whatever gives a person confidence in how they look. Yeah, that's it.
And people have this habit of putting things in like categories and boxes. If it's too much of something, people feel like it's beyond their control. So I think aside from roots from like colonization, a lot of beauty standards are usually Eurocentric. Our colonizers got to dictate which one is beautiful and which one is not, and usually it's based off their own features. So for Eurocentric features to be the standard of beauty in like Asian countries, African countries, the idea or that standard really got embedded. It was hard to unlearn. So until now, we still have like whitening soap. We still have a lot of beauty aesthetic clinics that love to advertise having like straight nose bridges, having like really defined jawlines, having even double eyelids as a beauty standard.
I think beauty standards exist in society because of how much people want to be perceived by others. So, society kind of sets these ideas to look this certain way in order to be attractive to other people, in order to be desirable for people to want to interact with you and stuff.
Pretty often because I have like different colored hair. I have, I think, around like 13 tattoos. I say that whenever I'm out, people always end up looking at me because, to be fair, this is my most mellow down hair. It's almost close to black. But before that, I had really, really red hair. I had really green hair and, like mga orange. It's very easy to spot that. Para akong traffic cone minsan pag naglalakad.
Yeah, definitely. I get looks kasi personally the way I dress is kind of extra. Usually when I'm in public, the way I dress isn't really considered common in the Philippines kasi I like to over accessorize. Mahilig ako mag boots, wear chains and stuff.
They ask me if I enjoy looking like this, but it's in a backhanded way. Kasi sabihin nila na, oh, sayang naman yung balat mo. You have like very, very fair skin. You have like good facial features. I'm sure you have good hair. Like, why would you change yourself? And this is what I choose. Like, pinili ko na magmukhang ganito. Like, yung piercings ko, they're like curated. I choose like, oh, I think this one enhances my features. And that's the thing. When you have piercings, they enhance like your features. So for people to say that I don't like my face, that's why I have piercings, or I don't like what I look like, that's not true.
I get looks but I expect that kasi that's kind of the reason why I dress like that. But I wouldn't say I get negatively affected by it.
The preconceived notion all the time is that people think I look like this for other people. But the thing is, I look like this for myself. Before, when I looked completely plain, I felt like I didn't belong actually. That was like the height of my, I guess, like body dysmorphia, where I don't feel like I belong in my body, where I was like very, very insecure that I would not catch myself wearing like anything that would show my body, like even like a sandal, tank top. Back then, kaya kahit sobrang init, I would like wear a jacket. But right now, I would wear something like this, something that really reveals my shoulders and arms. Also because like I have like my favorite pieces of art tattooed on me, and it's something that I like to display to enjoy, like to show to people. It's a good conversation piece. It shows how much I appreciate myself and my body.
Siguro there are times na medyo uncomfortable na when I hear like a group of friends like staring at me or talking about me, merang medyo nakaka-conscious siya. Especially when they laugh about it and stuff. Although I try not to get too affected by it, pero also yung ano, when I pass by and it's usually the group of friends na they're gonna make passing comments like, uy, may K-pop, uy, opa, or stuff like that. And ayun, it's kind of degrading in a way na parang they see you as a spectacle instead of someone who's just trying to live their life. Parang ginawa kang source of entertainment.
When it comes to the looks or the preconceived notion na parang baka nanakawan ko sila. Yeah, usually those are from older people. Kapag ano siya, if they're just gonna give me, yung double takes na pagtingin, tatanungin ako na, masaya ka ba sa appearance mo ganyan? I guess like those are things that I can let slide. But if it's like really offensive ones where someone will just walk up to you and insult you, syempre nakakabigla. But, I don't know who they are and they don't know who I am. Maybe the way that they are brought up, um, it's hard not to understand where they're coming from kasi Philippines is a very conservative country. So I don't take things personally because I don't know, like media, society, as much as it sounds cliche, people that look like me or who have tattoos are often associated with rebellious or being criminals. There's also a difference, the different cultures of different cities that I didn't know existed. So if I'm here in the north, usually, okay, may mga tumitingin pa rin, but people don't care because a lot of people look this way. In Manila too. But whenever I visit the south, I realize how conservative like people in the south are. That it's uncommon to see people, but people with tattoos and piercings and hair like this exist. It's very uncommon because usually when people have dyed hair, it's just blonde or a different variation of black. And if may tattoos ka, usually isa-isa lang or they're in places that are hidden.
I feel like I've grown somewhat out of it. Like I'm not as affected by it anymore. Although sometimes medyo ano pa rin. I still wish that things were different like that. Like the other day I went to Watson's and I got misgendered the whole time. um I was shopping for hair products, makeup, ganun. Tapos I was wearing like a tank top. Hindi, I was wearing a sleeveless shirt and nakamask ako syempre. And the sales clerk kept calling me ma'am the whole time. Like, ma'am, ito po, ma'am. Tapos, hindi na lang ako, para ako pa yung nahiya. Hindi na lang ako nagsalita para hindi siya mapahiya na, oh, hey, I'm a dude. um, ayun, when she kept offering me like this stuff, parang I'm just like, it's okay. Parang trying to talk under my breath para hindi siya mapahiya or something like that. Ayun, that's usually just the thing that makes me conscious, but I'm not as affected by it anymore. I'm still kind of always constantly conscious about how I present myself.
Okay. Yes, okay. Ay, alam niyo yung vibes na kuha ko dito. Para siyang yung celebrities reading tweets from, Jimmy Kimmel. For the first comment is, from what I can see, she adds a lot of art to her body, like piercing, tattoos, and how she dresses. I think it's cool, but it's definitely not something I would do for myself. Aww, at least like they notice that it's my form of displaying art. It's really nice. And I like the end bit kasi like people have different preferences. So love that for you, but it's not for me yung vibe niya.
First comment. Ang galing kasi nag-iiba-iba yung itsura slash look niya. Topic of I think in the topic of plastic surgery, since yung plastic surgery is more of altering. I like how sa kanya is more on just makeup and it shows his expression for me. And this generation, hindi na rin bago para sa akin ang mag-makeup ang guys. So yeah. Aw, that's cute. Kasi kanina galing, it's just someone older. Ayun, so since they said in this generation, hindi na din bago. I'm assuming it's someone that's older. So I'm glad na accepting na sila of how the new generation is. And ayun. Yes, I usually try to focus more on altering my looks via makeup, like changing if I want to change certain features for a look or something. But yeah, also on the topic of plastic surgery, um, I also think it's becoming more of a commonplace thing, and honestly, it's valid. I don't think people should be pressured to get um, plastic surgery, but if they really want it for themselves and think that it's gonna make them more confident, then go for it if they have the means. But yeah, it should be something that you know pinag-iisipan, but I don't think it's something that should be taboo.
She looks a little bit intimidating in her photos, but I like how she seems like the type of person to explore her life or trying something adventurous. Oh, that's really nice. Most of the time then, a lot of people feel intimidated by me. Kasi akala nila parang, whoa, medyo nakakasindak ah. But when they get to know me, my personality is completely different from how I look. Because even from my voice alone, parang, oh, hi! Parang, hi, girl ako. Hindi ako bro girl. Yeah, like, the person is right, actually. I love exploring, like, different parts of my life na exploring how I look, exploring, like, different fields that I can go into.
For me, he looks a little unrealistic in his pictures. That's the point. That's the point of editing it until I look not real. The joke lang. Um, that's valid. That's valid. I accept this comment kasi I do heavily edit my pictures. Ayun nga, I get comments all the time na pag nag-post ako ng mga yung sobrang naka-makeup, na mukha akong anime character. I take it as a compliment kasi usually naman inspiration ko din is mga very unrealistic looks na ayun nga. Tsaka tumama naman yung goal ko doon na hindi ako kung totoo. Yes. Very true, very true.
She looks like the type of person that just does what she wants to. The thing is, siguro, like, when it comes to being adventurous with how I look or, exploring things, I'm actually a person that is very scared. I am very anxious, so I can't do whatever is on my mind. Kung wari, kahit anumang intrusive thought. Takot ako, actually, duwag ako. But, trying to go out of my comfort zone. So, yeah. I think with what I look like, people think that a lot. So, it's not uncommon.
Wala eh. Di ka mukha ni Kim Son, no? Puriin ko sana. Yung pala yung standard niya. You know what? If that's their standard para puriin yung tao, kamukha ni Kim Son, no? I respect that. Very valid. Don't settle for less, people. Ayan na nga, OMG kamukha niya si Sonho for me, lalo na sa may blue hair niya. Ano ba talaga? I also got this comment a lot sa ko. I posted this one TikTok a while back na black pa yung hair ko. It's naka middle part. Tapos I was singing there. Tapos ayun, I also got a lot of comments na kamukha ko si Sonho. I don't really see it at all since hello. But thank you for the compliment. Pero ano ba talaga? Do I look like him? Or I don't see it personally. But if people think na nakikita nila yung faves nila through what I project, then thank you.
Mukha siyang someone I would see on Pinterest. She looks like an e-girl. I don't know a lot of people who get nose piercings. Oh, that's brave. I got this nose piercing when, or before I turned 19. Tapos this is my recent piercing, nostril piercing. I got it before my 21st birthday. But it's the first time to get, I think that's a compliment one, to be seen on a Pinterest board. Kasi if you're in a Pinterest board, you're there in the internet for life. Ikaw na yung, oh, let me base my personality off of this na peg ng mga tao. And, well, it's my first time being said that I look like an e-girl after a very long time. Usually mga kang punk or goth. So, yeah.
My first impression of him is that he's a cosplayer. I love that. I honestly wish I could pull up stuff like this too. Oh boy, cosplaying. It didn't start there. Parang I didn't get to where I am in terms of applying makeup overnight. I had some cosplays before in high school that are terrible. They're atrocious. Ang pangit-pangit ng makeup ko. Whenever I look back at it, I'm like, I had the nerve. I had the audacity to upload this. What was I thinking? Ayun, it takes a lot of practice, but yeah, I'm pretty comfortable with how I do my makeup now. If you want to transform your face using makeup, you have to really know your own face and where to apply makeup para ibahin mo to make yourself look like a certain character. Pero ayun, I think anyone can do it. Anyone can try with enough practice. I think you're gonna get comfortable with how you look portraying a certain character. And yes, thank you for appreciating my cosplay.
For me, maybe siya yung tipong ina-enjoy yung youth, judging by the tattoos and hair color. Oh, thank you. Sabi niya rin maganda ako. Think it's true. I never really got to express myself or have self-expression when I was a teenager because my mom was very strict and very religious. Even having nail colors, bawal sa amin. Like, if I paint it, I have to paint it either white or transparent. Kasi, alam mo yung notion na if you change something within yourself, it's like you're asking or you're demanding a lot of attention. Tapos, I never got to experiment with like haircuts or hair color. So, in a way, para siyang inner child healing that right now in my early 20s, that's where I'm actually expressing myself. Because when I was a teenager, I could not do that. Not even with clothes, I could wear black. Tapos, alam mo yung kasabihan na if you're an adult, you can't do that anymore na din because people won't take you seriously, especially if you're in your late 20s. So inisip ko, like, when is the best time to have self-expression if I can't do it when I'm a teenager and when I'm an adult? So what happened was that when I became independent, I don't really have anyone dictating what I should do. But that doesn't that doesn't mean the like complete chaos. It's more of I am my own provider and I'm the one taking care, looking after myself. So ayun, that's when I started exploring my hair, like little by little, tapos having tattoos every now and then. And it got me to find myself. I don't feel as lost na, oh, I'm gonna base my personality out of this kasi I don't know what I want to look like. Now, I'm happy with what I look like and this is my style.
Obvious naman nung yung influence niya sa K-pop. I think he's trying a little too hard though. OMG lol, sorry. Valid. Maybe he could find his own style without imitating them, but that's just me. Honestly, I kind of moved on to Japanese style now, but thanks. Yes. Yes, I'm very heavily influenced by K-pop, lalo na nung I think it was around 2017 na my aesthetic completely changed. Dati, nung high school, the norm, typical Filipino fade sa side, naka-brush up yung buhok. Hello, lahat naman ata tayo. Then, ayun, I got into K-pop and I started thinking na, maybe that might look good on me. And right now, I'm not really thinking of going back to my old aesthetic for now. Who knows? It might change in the future. But right now, I'm kind of comfortable where I am. About to trying a little too hard. That's fair. Nagaling din ako sa face na yun na I really do try too hard to nagayahin yung hairstyle nila, gayahin yung eye makeup nila. But I think through experimenting with how I look, I also found my own image that I want for myself, and I don't really rely that heavily on their K-pop idols to how I would change my appearance.
Not a fan of the multiple tattoos and the nose piercings a bit too much, but she looks good naman. Just prefer something clean. Okay, yeah. Like, yung plan ko kasi was to do like patchwork. Siguro, for other people, having like minimal designs on their body suits them. But ako kasi, peg ko maging coloring book. Yeah. Yeah. Not offended. That's their preference.
Next comment, gwapo naman. Kaso yung hair niya is parang patay, lalo na dun sa may kulay daw. For me naman, nadala niya kasi gusto ko yung hairstyle na nakabagsak yung bangs. That's so valid. Right now, I'm very conscious about my hair kasi it's dead as hell. Bleaching does kill your hair.
Ang intimidating ng eyeliner niya. At first, parang magkaibang tao yung nasa photos. Pero nung tinignan ko, realize ko na, I wanna look cool as her. Oh, it's hard to pull off bold hair colors katulad niyan. She looks cool in anime character in real life. Wow, I wanna be their friend. Yeah. With my journey of self-expression, I couldn't color my hair first. So the most that I got to explore it at was makeup. Alam mo yung, I just do makeup at home. Like, I wouldn't even leave the house looking like that kasi nahihiya ako. Until na, okay, little by little, let me start with makeup. And first, sobrang kinakabahan ako na, oh my God, people are gonna look at me if I have like dark color, like eyeshadow or like eyeliner. But gradually learned that you have this anxiety that people are always looking at you, thinking about you. But the thing is, the world's so much bigger than that, and people have their own lives. So if you want to look a certain way, just go for it because people are not gonna always think about you. It's more, yeah, sure, they're gonna have glances, pero they're gonna go on with their lives. So if you want to have like different colored hair, what's stopping you? Yes, I think they are a mix, and these are from like really nice compliments to like the middle ones. And the comment na parang not a fan of the multiple tattoos. I get that a lot too actually. So having face piercings is a bold move. Usually sanay mga tao na, having ear ones. But if you get like one sa ilong, lalo na kapag dalawa siya, parang whoa, nakakasindak. Yeah, I get these comments a lot. Yes, these are reactions that I expected. But alam mo yung mga compliments, most of them I did not expect it. Kasi I'm always just expecting the worst whenever people see me. But it's very surprising whenever people would think that it looks cool. When it came to the comments about, siguro she's the type of person to like to explore stuff. That's my first time hearing that. And it's very nice. So I didn't know people would take that from just my appearance kasi it's usually either something negative or I look like an anime girl. I appreciate that comment a lot.
It's been lovely seeing other people's opinions of me. I mean, some of these are new. Um, Especially the one that says that I think he's trying a little too hard though. Siguro kasi ano, this is new to me kasi most of my mutual friends on Facebook or yung mga followers ko on Facebook are also into K-pop. So I guess most of the people they follow are also mga imitating K-pop aesthetic din. Feel like that's common na sa mga people who comment on my post. Siguro this person is not that exposed sa K-pop community in the Philippines. Ayun, some of these are new but I wouldn't say that any of them are really that negatively affecting sa akin. When I read these comments, I like to put myself in the shoes of the person commenting. Tapos iniisip ko na lang na, yeah, that's valid. Alright, but that's not really me. Hindi yun yung, that's not what I'm trying to project or something. But ayan, a lot of these comments were nice. Some of these I get a lot. And reading these comments have been nice. I like to see other people's different perspectives, opinions, but I don't take it personally. I'm pretty confident already in what I what I do with my own appearance. Parang pinopost ko lang siya not to get validation, but wala lang, parang sineshare ko lang how I want to transform myself, ganun ganun. Like when, for example, when I do makeup, I see it kind of like as an art form. I know medyo basic yung makeup looks ko, like it's nothing creative. But when put together with like yung photos, yung editing, yung damit, when creating looks, I feel like that's also a form of art na I also want to share with other people.
Just because I'm used to expecting the worst doesn't mean that the worst will always happen, because people can surprise you. So, like when you meet a person, syempre may added anxiety yan, but there are good people that exist and they're looking at you from a different point of view that you can't see. Parang siyang yung kanta ni Ariana na, I wish you could see yourself from a different point of view. Kasi ano siya, it's very affirming actually.
Different people can see you very differently. Like, no matter how you change your appearance, like people are always gonna have different opinions. No matter how much you change yourself, iba-iba pa rin yung magiging opinions ng tao. And that just goes to show that you can't please everybody. The best thing you can do is just ikaw mag-dictate what you do with your own appearance. Don't change your appearance for other people. Do what makes you comfortable with yourself. Kasi, ayun nga, as you can see from this experience, everyone has different takes. And it doesn't really matter because it's not their appearance. If you're happy with it, that's all that really matters. If you're happy with it, then these comments shouldn't have that much of an effect on you.
I think the proudest thing about myself, or what I'm really proud about myself, is how far I've come in terms of acceptance, like self-acceptance. Because my self-hatred used to be a lot, and like my insecurity with myself, even if I just like looked like anyone else. Those were the years where I wasn't happy, and it took a huge step. Like I took a really huge step from that, and I realized that right now everything that I do, it's to take care of myself. It's to always affirm myself. It's to give myself assurance, because I don't know. I think like deep down inside, even if I didn't, like I would say now, I don't care about what anyone says. I actually did. I was looking for assurance, or I was looking to see if people accepted me. The thing is, at the end of the day, you have yourself. So the most important thing is whether you accept yourself or not. For me now, is whether or not I do something, and I would be very, very proud of myself after I see the outcome. So such a huge step. Like I don't suffer from like self hatred anymore. So you got every now and then my lingering thoughts, but I'm the most at peace with myself right now. And the thing is, if you are completely secure with yourself, it changes your perception with like how people view you and how you view your relationships with other people. Because back then I thought self hatred only affected me, but the thing is, it affects how you think people see you. So that was something that I wanted to unlearn because I undervalued how much people actually cared about me. And now that I'm secure with myself, a lot of people saw change, and I got to appreciate my friendships and relationships with people more. Kasi alam mo yung, if you have self-hatred, you have anxiety, insecurity, you're always scared, people would expect the worst of you and worse from you. But if you're secure with yourself, you get to focus on the good things. You get to focus on why you're happy in this friendship, this relationship, this bond that you have with people na you don't second guess their intentions because you just like trust them now. Okay, you tell me that I'm a good friend, that you enjoy my company. I'll trust you. And so that's my biggest and proudest achievement.
I think it's my self-awareness kasi I I know how I project myself online. I know how I present myself to other people, and I know that people are gonna have opinions one way or another about me, and hindi ako magpapaka delusional to think that everyone loves me, everyone's gonna appreciate this or that, the things that I do. Being aware that you're just living your own life, not taking yourself too seriously, and that's something I'm really proud of. I don't think I'm all that important in the grand scale of things. Parang I'm just living my best life. Ganun. Even if people think na, ayan, you have a following, you're kind of an influencer, ganyan ganyan. I'm just, ewan ko, parang nagkataon lang na people follow me for what I post. And I know, I appreciate it, but I don't think it's my purpose. Like, I'm just trying to enjoy and experiment with how I look, ganyan, ganyan. Don't focus too much on clout or stuff like that. I mean, okay lang naman. It's okay to want people to see you, people to discover you, but don't take yourself that seriously, and you'll be so much happier.
I think the advice that I would give my younger self in the youth is something that I've learned to come across recently. Yan, when it comes to finding meaning in things or finding validation with other people, I think it's very important to seek validation from yourself first. The pressure that comes from validation from other people, we'd end up feeling lost. That's why, that's when I was a teenager, I had this thing where I don't know what my identity is. Na I don't know what I should be like, what I should look like. Because with every person that you meet, alam mo yung, I was basing my personality out of that. But I was presenting myself in a different way. So there are times where people tell me na, it's like I'm talking to a different person because like when we are with other people, you're completely different. But when we're together, you're completely different. So alam mo yung, I realized that I really was lost. It's best to focus on yourself kasi when you get to understand yourself, you explore yourself, you explore your likes, your dislikes, what you're comfortable with and what you're not comfortable with. You're not basing yourself or you're not building yourself around the idea of whether this person or not will accept me because people come and go. And by understanding yourself, it would help you help other people understand you. And the most important thing is that at the end of the day, do you accept yourself? Do you think you're comfortable with who you are? Even if you're alone, I mean, you have this moment of peace. So yeah, that's my biggest advice. Comes from years of, learning and unlearning.
Ayan, my advice to my younger self is uh, if you're not comfortable with how you are now, just keep experimenting. You're gonna find something that feels like you someday. And it doesn't matter what other people say. If you think that you want to look a certain way for yourself, then go for it. You'll be so much more comfortable if if you're living your true self, both inside and out. And yeah, don't be pressured to change yourself because of what other people say. Just, and like I said, just do what you want. Try new things about how you look if you're comfortable with it, and if you like it, then keep it. Basically, just be you.